Jazzcast Pros.
Becoming a parent is exciting, but let's be honest, it can be overwhelming, especially when it comes to all the stuff you need. In this episode, I'm sharing real talk tips on making space for the newest member of your family before they arrive. We'll cover how your floor plan will literally shift, why function matters more than perfection, and how to keep things simple and calm when everyone's telling you what you must have. Welcome to the Declutter Empress Radio podcast, a podcast to help you create a functional space wherever you roam. I am your host, Derria, and today we will discuss how to make your home your oasis. So you're having a baby. Congratulations! While it's a joyous occasion, this life-defining moment brings with it anxiety. Not only that, but you'll also get the opinions of others who do mean well, like, oh, it's okay, leave things as is, people have babies all the time, or don't worry about that for now, wait until after the baby comes to declutter and organize. A baby adds a whole new layer. You don't have time after the baby arrives because now you're basically team no sleep. Soon that kid is also going to grow and you're only going to accumulate more artwork and stuff for that baby's very own keepsake pile. Clear stuff out now. However, if you're in a crunch and due next week, I wouldn't recommend doing this right now. But if you have time, today is the perfect day. Don't wait. Start to declutter before the baby comes. For me, my initial suggestion is that all that baby needs is a diaper, t-shirt, and lots of love and milk. But that's not the desire of most new parents. So I'm going to give you tips on how to make this transition as easy as possible. The question is, how on earth do you as new parents take on additional stuff without overwhelming your space? Should you get a crib or a bassinet? What will the color theme be? Wall shelf or corner shelf? Where are we going to put all these diapers? In other words, baby is going to change your floor plan, literally. The goal here is function over perfection. So I want you to think of your space as a tool. Yes, a tool. It serves your routines, not your Pinterest board. And I love a Pinterest board. And it's certainly not for impressing guests. So grandma, grandpa, and all the friends' opinions, chill out. So your sofa or bed may become your changing station. Your dining room table, it might become your breast pumping zone or could become where you give the baby a bottle. The point of all this is to find what you need fast and move safely, because it's not about making the space beautiful or complete. It's about staying afloat. Remember that you're making space for baby while not denying yourself your personal oasis. So here are a few solutions to make this as easy as possible. 1, function first. Think about function. Decide on what you will actually use. Ask yourself, what items do you trip over or look for every day? You know the ones, like looking for keys and where you put your phone. How about consider hanging up a key rack or get a tray that stays in the same place daily by the entranceway? So this way you don't have to go looking for it on the way to your baby's appointment or errands because you've already got a lot on your mind right now. If it's coats and you don't have closet space to hang jackets, get a door hanger at the front entrance so you can put the baby down safely and then hang your coat. This is reality. Remember, you're arranging your space for movement, not design. Forget matching bins. This is about what will be the easiest way to access everything you need for your routine, especially when 2 households combine. I suggest also working backwards from the bassinet or crib. Think about it. In the middle of the night when you're both sleepy and tired, The last thing you want is to go scrambling and bumping into stuff to see where you stored the diapers, changing pads, and wipes. You want these items within arm's reach. So get rid of items that you won't need immediately and make what you will need easily accessible when bringing your newborn home. 2. Prevent clutter at the start. Do your research on what you truly need as soon as you arrive home from the hospital. Safety first, then practicality. Baby registries, those things can be overwhelming. So start with the essential items only because it's easy to go crazy over the baby registry. There are so many opinions about must-haves and should-gets out there, but keep it simple. For newborns, you're gonna go through a lot of diaper changes, so you'll want the diapers and wipes handy. Put that bottle drying rack on the list and place it right next to your dishes, since these are things you will use daily. Remember, you're not building the kids' inventory for life. This baby is going to grow fast, so stick with the basics. If you have a studio apartment or a one-bedroom 600 square foot space, then a bassinet may be the way to go. If you want the crib, it's still workable because you'll work around it. The point is to use your space as a tool to flow seamlessly and smoothly through every area of your home with the baby, from the front entrance to the kitchen to the bedroom. And please don't get caught up in building a nursery. Building the nursery is mostly for the parents, not for baby. Baby will be fine. So let's talk about what else not to buy or even put on that baby registry. A lot of well-meaning lists will have you adding everything under the sun. But most of it ends up taking over your home before the baby even arrives, or they end up growing out of it. For example, that rocking chair. If you already have a comfy chair or couch, use that. Most of us don't have space for a designated chair, and honestly, you're going to feed the baby wherever you land. Same with swings and bouncers. You don't need both. Pick one if you think you'll use it, or wait and see what your baby likes. Make use of shared spaces like the living room that may serve as the feeding place for a high chair. Instead of buying detergent specifically made for babies, get a fragrance-free laundry detergent that you may already use. If it works for your skin, it'll likely be gentle enough for baby too. Socks? Infant socks? I say skip them for now. The baby's gonna kick them off anyway. Stick with footed onesies instead. Also, hold off on things like a dresser or chests for storage. Use a shelf with open bins or repurpose a nightstand or TV stand with a few baskets you already have. Or you can even use a rolling cart or a small bookshelf that can double as a baby station for the diapers, the wipes, and all of that. And then instead of an expensive hamper, use a regular laundry basket you already own or a tote bag with handles you can easily hang on a doorknob. Instead of decorative lighting, use a lamp you already own with a soft bulb or even a plug-in nightlight that will work for late-night feeding or diaper changes. Wall decor, like photo frames and pictures. Leave the walls bare for now, or if you must decorate, use that washi tape to stick cards or a calendar up. Let me tell you, there's an advantage to keeping this wall space free too. I know sometimes we don't want to see bare walls. It will be good for open shelves later on if you don't have them up already. So don't get stressed about that. Instead of a mobile, the little decorative mobiles that you see on the cribs, they're cute, but you can also use, as I stated earlier, that decorative washi tape that's easy to peel off. You can find these in a lot of craft stores or your local store. You can stick them on a poster board, a roller rack, a vase. Listen, most babies are looking at faces more than anything else anyway, so don't feel bad about not getting a mobile. And last thing, toys. Your face and hands and voice are going to be the best toys for a newborn. Reading, singing, and holding your baby is the best play. So right now, they're not going to be playing with a lot of toys at the moment. Sure, you could put that plush baby elephant on your cube shelf or whatever item you have in your room just as a decorative piece. Sure. In essence, gradually add what you need as your baby grows and be ready to donate what doesn't fit your routine. Your space is for living, not storing things you're not using yet. 3. Systems over storage solutions. Buying baskets and bins isn't necessary if you haven't figured out how your life at this stage actually moves. You're both new parents. You don't need anything bulky. If all you have is a tote bag to hang by the crib, use that to store the diapers and wipes. The goal is to grab and go. Design follows utility. Store things where you use them, not where they should go. Remember that function is the goal and a space to support you on 2 hours of sleep with one hand on that bottle and a snack in the other. Thank you so much for listening to Declutter Empress Radio. If you're a new parent, I want to hear about it. How are you decluttering? How are you creating a functional space for yourself? Put your tips in the comments. And until next time, take good care of yourself and live clutter-free. I'll talk with you soon. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend, a family member, or anyone who you think would benefit from listening to this podcast.